Hello everybody, welcome back to Language Litigation Integration Part 47, Casual Conversations 12. Again, rocking the gray outfit, just a gray outfit, just a little gray outfit, nothing too serious. But some funny stories today. Just, like I said, I got a bunch of stories written down, just working through them. So I told you about the infamous Oreo pie that slapped in government class. So I have a couple other funny stories from about that time. Just a quick comment on what I want to pair these stories with the conversation with Michael Mira on Lex's podcast I just watched. Terrible conversation as a scientific professional watching a physician talk like that about science. Doctors should be science. Do no harm. No. The goal of the Hippocratic Oath of any philosophy within medicine practice is to heal, and I think to heal at all costs. So when I see physicians, physicians, they have their hair slicked back, they make a little bit of money, they're the lowest caliber of scientists ever, they're just really administrators of science, that is really it. And he takes no responsibility for it. It's just like the role of a physician isn't to fucking know science about medicine. I mean, of course it is, man. Like, show some initiative. After work, I know you had to work real hard, tough medical school bills and residency, and now it's your turn to enjoy your life. Well, you made a decision. Right, you should have made a better decision, or again, in general in society, I think people should make money before they learn, because of puberty, because of biology, right? Everyone needs to make money, needs to provide. Not everyone needs to learn integrals and this and that and whatevers. And so, from an overall society standpoint, I really think that the first thing you should do in life isn't go to school. You should learn a skill set and start making money, honestly. Because as you get older, you're going to be more interested in education, period. Because of puberty, natural biology. So I thought that conversation was just absolutely atrocious. Another just random note I'm thinking about for the Carl Hart conversation. The only part about that conversation I didn't like was the thinking TV shows or movies depicting drug addicts or druggies the one way is good or bad. To me, that's just a complete conversation of cinema and of writing. But I thought the Michael Mina conversation was just atrocious, from a professional to a wannabe professional. So, Susan in the Great Britain, Egypt, Cuba debate. So, that's my commentary for, the current state of medical practice. But, so in that government class, we're sitting there one day, good friend in high school, another Susan, different, all Susans are different. But, we're sitting there, and I'm sitting behind Susan. And I don't know what we were doing in class. It was just some bullshit, teachers talking, not taking a test, not doing anything. And she's just flipping through her history book, or U.S. government book. And at the end of the book, there's a map, and it's a fill in the blank. Or it's not even fill in the blank, it's matching. Like here's a list of countries, here's a blank map with numbers on them, match the numbers to the country. And I'm sitting behind Susan, and I'm sitting there watching her fill this thing out. I don't know how many countries there were, I don't know, 20, 30, 40. And she's filling them out. Then she gets to the last three. and the countries, again, remember, she has a map that's labeled with numbers and a word bank with the country names. And the last three that there are was Britain, Egypt, and Cuba for location. And she's sitting there. Senior year in high school. Boom. Doesn't know. Like the general geographic location between Cuba, Egypt, and Britain, labeled on a map with a word bank. I just remember roaring into laughter. Like, roaring. Wow, how is this occurring? Cuba should probably strike island at some point. Should probably strike close to America at some point. Egypt should probably strike Africa at some point, or at least Mediterranean area at least. Britain should be kind of north. No genuine idea. So, that's one story from government class. Years later, after college, again, I go visit her in Nashville. Again, just a friend. And we're sitting there talking, and again, my point is like I said, she's not a doctor, she didn't go to medical school, but she was somehow in the healthcare system, healthcare nurse practitioner, chemist, biologist, some sort of scientist, medical profession. And so you see the Michael Minas, and then you see the next generations of Susans coming up, and you're like, oh, fuck. But I go down and visit her in Nashville, and we're sitting there having dinner, And she makes this comment again, you get it, right? That's the verbiage anyone would say to anyone who knows how to think. But she's like, you get it, just talking about general philosophy of life, again, like, after I've solved all of science, like, forever ago. And then go back to her apartment, and I literally just ask, can I roll a joint in her apartment? Not smoke it in the thing, just roll it in the thing and go outside and smoke it. And she's like, defiantly like, yeah, I mind. And now as someone who owns a like, people can do whatever they want in their house, tell me to get the fuck out, don't do this, don't do that. But again, it was just, again, strange to see it from a scientific denial standpoint. And at this point, like I said, I'm like 23, 24, definitely already super scapegoated. By the same time, nobody respects me as a scientific professional in any capacity at all. So, just another quick story. I hope I'm still rolling. But mock trial. We did mock trial in government class, and I signed up to be a lawyer. I remember our first mock trial. You just act like you get a fake case, and you just argue like you would in court. A literal mock trial. And I remember I signed up to be a lawyer, and in the first playthrough we were going, people can just, whoever I was questioning, literally just sensing that my questioning was correct and going to further my point, and then literally just lying on the stand and then just definitively being up, like, I can just lie, do whatever I want, and pick the words that are going to best make me win this mock trial. And that's when I was just like, again, another instance of just like, people can just do whatever the fuck they want. There are no rules. Laws that are not enforced are not laws at all, and no laws are being enforced literally at all. So those are some more funny conversations from government class. So another couple stories I wanted to tell, which I thought were pretty fun and pretty funny. So sophomore year of high school, I was in honors chemistry class, and during that class, they passed out a form for something called the National Youth Leadership Program. And I'm sure plenty of people around America have either attended or heard of it, but it's just like some program to expose high school kids to career paths. I can't remember if it was I think it was specifically for healthcare, because at this point I wanted to be a doctor. The only reason I didn't go to medical school was, one, I was way more inclined to logic, and two, because of dollars. Again, it makes a lot more sense to make money before kicking a $300,000 loan you can't pay back. At this point I don't give a fuck about $300K at all. But again, in general, people should be able to make money and then make decisions about education. But National Youth Leadership Program, I attended at Babson College. Like I said, sophomore going into junior year of high school. And I don't know, shout out Joey Reed. I don't know, he'll probably remember me. I thought he was a pretty cool dude. It was just like a general forum for high school kids to learn stuff. And so when we first get there, there's just a bunch of people. I don't know how many people attended, hundreds. But there was this one girl that really just struck me as like, wow, this girl's beautiful. Just drop dead gorgeous type of beautiful. And so don't really talk to her much, don't really interact with her much. I think she was friends with the Joey. I was friends with Joey. But just noticeably a very, very beautiful girl. And so we go throughout the week and do our different, go to this college, go watch this surgery, go to this Massachusetts General, ask these surgeons these questions. Again, just exposure to medicine, healthcare, stuff like that. Midway through the week, I don't say midway, but towards the end of the forum, they had a dance on a ship, like on a cruise ship, or not a cruise ship, but just like a party boat in the Boston Harbor, and that was fun. And me and my little group, we participated in a talent show. There was certainly a video of it out there, but again, this is like sophomore year of high school. I'm sure the internet gods can find it somewhere, if not the actual internet, like Facebook, the companies. But the talent show, our presentation, our dance was recorded. We did a dance. And so, what was it, Kenny, I forget his last name, and a guy named Doc or Dak. And so we just choreograph a dance, and we're going to do our dance, and in the dance, Kenny does a one-footed backflip off my hands. And so we practice it 3, 4, 5 times leading up to the show, right before the show, no problems at all. And we go out there, we're doing our dance, and then we go to the backflip part. And I don't know, I really don't think I fucked up. Something happened, and he almost didn't make the backflip, and you can hear an audible gasp throughout the crowd. So if that video is still out there, you should be able to find it somewhere, even if it's just literally Facebook Corporation. But I thought that was funny. I said almost killing Kenny, but again, it really wasn't my fault. But it was just, I don't know if the intensity of the show, the crowd roaring or something. But there's a video of that out there. And I thought Kenny and Doc were cool dudes. And then so we have the talent show, and then at the end of the forum, there was a party on the cruise ship. So of course I'm like, I'm gonna go find that really beautiful girl and ask her to dance, obviously. And so, like I said, I'm not a really aggressive dude. I'm certainly not insecure. I've genuinely asked out every girl I've thought it was situationally appropriate. Some random cute girls walking down the street, I'm not just start catcalling at her and be like, hey, let's go out, or seriously try to ask her out. But anytime there's been a situation that's been appropriate to ask a girl that I've been attracted to out, I have, and they just said no. So I go up to ask this girl to dance, and she says yes initially. We're dancing for like 15 seconds, and you can clearly see like her eyeing her friends like, come pull me away from this fucking weird dude. So that happens, and the forum ends, and everyone disperses. And now, I don't know what year it was, but probably, I'm not going to give you her last name, but her name was Hannah, and she was like the second place or third place in Miss USA for Tennessee. So you can probably find her if you want. I mean, that's public stuff. And I remember I remember watching the finale, because I remember recognizing, I'm like, well, I'm going to obviously see if she wins. I think it was either top 3 or top 4 or top 2, and they had to give like in the Miss America competition, they have to give like a real quick response to like a political issue, or just some sort of commentary about a question they asked them. And I forget what the exact question they asked Hannah was, but she responded with like a fact, like a data point. It was like way better answer than like the other responses, and then she ended up not winning. So I do remember watching that. But that was the time I danced with Miss Tennessee for like 15 seconds, and then she eyed her friends to say, come get this dude off of me. So shout out Hannah if you ever watched this. Let's see how long this is, and maybe some more stories. So now another couple funny stories. This episode is only 11 minutes long, so I got a couple more. Let's start with the 2 prostitutes I never ordered. So one for sure, one 95% I think was a hooker. The other one was probably a hooker, maybe just at the wrong door. But the first one was, my dad was actually there. But so we're on our college trip, going around the country visiting different colleges. I can't remember if it was in Nashville or if it was in South Carolina, because we visited Vanderbilt and we visited, I think, Clemson. So I'm not exactly sure where this was, but we're just going around visiting colleges, getting hotels, going up the next day, driving around, blah blah blah. So one time, we get our hotel, go to sleep, good night, go to sleep, and then bang 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 on the door, bang 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 on the door. Me and my dad are both like what's going on? What do we do? We're waking up out of sleep, but confused, real loud banging on the door. Bang, 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 bang. This goes on for like, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute. And then my dad goes, what do you want? And then you can hear from the other room, I can't remember the name. I want to say it was Shonda, but it was like, Shonda, you got the wrong room. And so, bang, 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 is either a hooker or just somebody else at the thing. But just from my memory, it sounded like a late night booty call at the wrong hotel door with me and my dad sleeping in there. So that was the first one. Second one, much more confident this one was probably actually a hooker. So I moved to Philly, again, to where I have this business partner that we got a good phone call from in this series as it happened. And I'm moving into my apartment. Moved to Philly, business relationship supposedly had been developed enough that we're going to start making money. Moved to Philly. Obviously, still nothing has moved at all because of Schumer won't respect scientific orders. Moved to Philadelphia, and literally one of the first 2 nights I'm in my apartment. And it's a 2-bedroom apartment. I'm in one of the bedrooms, and I hear someone literally just walk into my fucking apartment. And at this time, like I said, I'll tell you about running a cannabis lab, but it was decently close to the time when I was selling some cannabis, and I'm like, who's just walking into my house without knocking? This is not good. This is not okay by me. What the fuck is this? So I'm just dead serious. And it's a chick. Just some chick just walks into my house. Doesn't introduce herself, doesn't say anything at all. And she says, "I'll show you I'm 18," and pulls out her ID, and I'm just dumbfounded of what's happening. After about 30 seconds, I realize I'm not getting fucking robbed. And I'm like, okay, who the fuck is this? Never got her name, literally just said, "I have no idea who the fuck you are, why are you in my house?" And told her to leave. And so, if I had to guess what that was, it was my business partner probably ordering me a hooker. And I don't do hookers. No, fuck no. That's my guess as to what happened. I never got her. I don't know what happened. She just left. And I went to the apartment I was at, had like a community area. I went to the community area just to like meet around, get a drink, meet the new neighbors. And by the time I was back, she was gone. So I was just like, I had no idea. There was nothing else past that. Pretty sure it was my business partner ordering me a hooker. And I remember I called my mom, like, as it happened. I was like, what the fuck happened? So I told her that. And then, like, a year ago later, I referenced the story to my mom again, and she's like, "You ordered a hooker?" And I was like, no, I didn't order a hooker. Someone just literally just walked into my fucking house. That's breaking and entering. But the real thing that happened there, I was like, is this person here to fucking rob me? So whoever did that, that was not a smart idea. So those are some more stories. Let me see if I'm still rolling. So another thing, I think a funny story. Trying to be respectful. Again, the way that I remember it, there's a reason I'm telling this story. But so in high school, there was people a grade lower than me, dating, flirting, going back and forth, whatever. And we'll call the girl Susan and the guy Nate. And the girl, Susan's feeling Nate, Nate's not really feeling the girl too much. And for whatever reason, I don't know if it was a text message or in person, but she says, "Ah, shit, Nate, why do you make me finger myself at night?" And it was like, it's just big, like, hilarious, like, the phrase everyone would say to everybody else. And again, like I said, not a degrading way to Susan, just sexual desire in high school. Just normal as shit. But that was a quote, and it was very prolific throughout our school. And so, to anyone who remembers that quote, I think it was either 2017, one of the seasons in Bull, like the TV show I've referenced in this series, or, again, I don't know what season, probably, I'm guessing 2017, 2018. Sure, somebody can do their homework and find it. But Bull walks into a crime scene, or he represents, again, he's like a legal scholar, and he employs an in-house counsel, and they represent clients in law. And Bull on the TV show walks into the fucking crime scene or his client's room and goes, "Ah, shit, Nate." And I just fucking lost it. Because I haven't thought about that quote in forever, and to hear it like literally emphatically the exact same, well, I thought was hilarious. So if anyone who remembers that quote, you can do some homework and go find them saying it on Bull, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious. And again, not being disrespectful to Susan in any way. Moving to Colorado, just another funny story. Well, yeah, funny story. But moved to Colorado, remember, can't turn in a math paper, gotta make money, need cannabis to sleep after getting sexually shamed myself, and then going to, again, can't turn into my fucking paper, need to eat food, so why would I not go work in the cannabis industry, move to Colorado. And so, right when I got there, one of the first things I learned is the place was robbed at gunpoint two weeks before. So I'm like, sweet. My life just got endangered at OSU because I can't go to school, and now I have to go work at a place that was the victim of armed robbery 2 weeks ago while operating, closed-loop extraction systems, which they're safe, but that you could fuck up in a kind of, you can blow up if you don't know what you're doing correctly. I was very good at extractions. And the Colorado had like a 3 levels, owner, manager, and then by the time, literally just, I would have been a manager badge if I didn't have like the second badge if I just wasn't leaving Colorado. So that's what happened when I first got there. I met a cool dude named Taylor. Shout out Taylor if you ever watch this. Hope you're doing well. But on our lunch breaks and stuff, we were allowed to consume cannabis and smoke and whatever. So we were always dabbing. Like I said, want to be a huge pothead again. I just can't smoke in this fucking apartment, and I don't. So it's like, I haven't smoked blunts and papers in fucking years. Would love to just have a pound of weed and just bake the fuck out all day. Would love to. Again, still need human rights and still need someone to pay me my money. Really, for that, all I need is someone to pay me my money. But so I meet this dude named Taylor, and we're working there. I don't know, 3-6 months, and it was fucking hilarious, because when I would go to this place to work, I literally just got in my car and said, I'm getting the fuck out of Columbus, Ohio, and I ended up at this place. And sure enough, there was somebody else who had said, I'm getting the fuck out of Louisiana, and he was working at the same place like a week before me. So, that was pretty interesting, again, because the insecurity of the environment just pushes out the people who can't fit in. And so, me and Taylor there are working there for, again, 3-6 months. And then we get a new hire. His name's Jim. Call him the Big Homie Jim. And I'm going to tell you about we slumped Big Homie Jim. And so we're working there, and like I said, we can smoke on our lunch breaks and whatnot. And again, this is the weed industry in like 2014, 15. So again, everybody is raging potheads, former black market exchangers. And so again, our cannabis tolerance is all very, very high. And so we get this new hire one day. His name is Jim, and it's like me and Taylor are doing our normal dabs, our normal consumption, and then Jim's like he smokes too, but he's like, yeah, let's hit a dab. So we go out on our break, hit a huge dab, and then we have to go up. The place I worked had a grow room visible. We worked in the extraction lab, and there was like a loft above. You had to walk upstairs above like the main entrance where people would like trim or eat lunch or have meetings and stuff. And so Jim takes his dab, and me and Taylor, and again, we're walking around the building doing our different things. And about 3-5 minutes later, we go to find Jim. And Jim, I kid you not, the big homie Jim is sitting in his chair, looking like he's conversing with like 14 civilizations like this. Just completely dabbed the fuck out. Me and Taylor roar into laughter, fucking hilarious. So Taylor will find that a very funny memory. Hope you're doing well, Taylor. Hope you're doing well, Jim. And so those are some casual conversations and some funny stories. Thank you for watching Language Litigation Integration Part 47. See you next time.